YouTube, this is Vacuum Man 8 today, and today we're just going to do this 12-month update on this Dyson 360 i, which Carl got for Christmas.
I got sand on it.
No, we're not doing that. In 2000 and I think now 16. It was just, yeah, Christmas 2016. So you've had this one for about a year.
And that makes more upgrades.
This one has also been used for about a year because you've got to also take off the days where it can't be used when you need to wash the filters and things like that. So this has had 12 months use out of it, and we're just actually going to show you people the good and bad points with it.
No,
now,
I don't want dust in this room.
So what we do now, don't get that one out yet. We're not to the...
I don't want dust in this room.
The dust is fine. There's the sun. So what we're going to do, we're just going to
I'm going to do it my way.
show you now how we actually clean this one out. So what we want to do, we want to take the bin out.
No, I'll do it my way.
Whatever. You want to take this out like this.
Easy.
And there's the bin. Now, as you can see, you want to take this out over here.
No, it's got past the dust today.
No, it hasn't. You're going to take this out and put it on the paper and see what it's picked up. We do this about once a week.
No, we do it every day.
The thing that I would say with it, if you look at the shroud on it,
I do it every day.
the shroud gets caked up, so every week, every time you empty it, you want to brush the shroud off. So what you want to do, you want to get a paintbrush.
Or a toothbrush.
Or, I wouldn't recommend a toothbrush because the toothbrush, the bristles are a little bit too hard, and I'll show you the reason why. So what you want to do now...
These are hard?
Yeah, they're softer than them. You want to brush this shroud off.
I can't.
To get all the dirt you see already.
Why? On the Dyson video, they showed me with the Dyson brush.
Yeah, but not everybody's got a Dyson brush, have they?
Why? Some people's got their own Dyson upways.
So one thing I would say with this one is really...
The cell's supposed to be booed, it's not coming out.
Yeah, I know, that's what needs to clean. The other thing is, if you look at the design on this one thing I don't like is these little bits here on the bottom, look. These need to be brushed out as well. So what I'll do now, the reason why you actually use a paintbrush opposed to a toothbrush is it's actually made of like a fabric. This one's made of like a fabric-y stuff.
Well, a toothbrush, it could clean it properly.
And what happens is with a toothbrush, there's a little join there, and if you rip this here, what's going to happen then? You'll have to buy a new. You'll have to buy a complete new cyclone, and these little cyclones here, believe it or not, are £60. So what I'll do now is I'll brush this one off for Kyle. Ah, the other thing you haven't done yet. You also need to tap this one out. You want to get the cyclone like that, get onto something hard. And you can see all the stuff.
That's for the bed bugs and stuff.
So you want to tap this out occasionally. And now it's cleaned that out. So what I'll do now is we'll put this one to the side. And the next thing is the filters. Why have you switched this one on? It's not going to work anyway. So what you want to do now, you want to take the filters out now to actually clean this one. So we'll take the filter out.
I hit the button accidentally.
No, but it doesn't matter because this will be going off anyway in a minute. You're going to take the filter out. So we got the filter there, look. This one's been about 6 weeks worth of use. It has got like a...
Oh yes! It says bags out.
Yeah. So it has got like a...
Let's reset it.
A fabric on the back and the actual pleated on the middle. I would recommend to actually brush this one out. The next thing, next tip we got for this one is if the machine doesn't dock properly, you can do a reset, and what you do basically is Dyson's rule is Torx head engineer, and
well, we can do it.
I'll have to get the other screwdriver out, so I'll have to get the smaller one out. So there's a Phillips size 1, that screw it is. This is a size 1. I thought it was a size 2. Is it coming out?
Yeah.
So this is what I would call a master reset. If the machine needs to be...
No, I push the button. That's why this is going to shut down.
Yeah, and you're just confusing it now.
Here it goes.
So you take the battery out.
So I didn't unscrew it enough.
No, there's a few more turns yet. So if it doesn't quite work properly, dock properly, track properly,
it's coming
you just want to... Yeah, we'll put this screw out the way. And that... Leave that out there. There's the battery.
That's a big
you leave it out for about an hour. Plug it back in. But
hey, there's a motor, guys.
So there is the V2 motor.
V4.
I think the next one
V4
has a V2.
V4.
It also has a USB for if you haven't got Wi-Fi, because basically it gets updated via Wi-Fi or USB via the Dyson website.
No, Dyson comes over and updates it.
Right, so the next thing really, so we'll leave that one out. We've got the filter in the front here.
Why are you taking it all out?
Because we're giving it a good clean today. This one is, now, man about Uber said about this tip here, you want to soak this one, this is his tip. You want to soak it in a basin and then you want to sort of put it in like that. And this is what he says. This is what he does with his V6s and V8s. And you go like that in the water, because in fact the dirt is actually inside. So really, to me, it's a bad design because you can't really clean inside. You can see it's a bit
I want to play the bus row.
The other thing is,
bus row today.
Now this is a year's worth of use here. Look, and if you can't really see, but the brushes, the carbon brushes in here. And considering I've got carpets and hard floors mixture, for some reason these have wore it away. Now
no speed or hard salt. I
don't know if it's a proper problem with it, but I know Dyson, if you say to them, oh yeah, my bristles are worn out, they'll literally give you
brush roll.
There is the replacement brush roll. This one is normally £37.50. I did actually get this one from Dyson because it was under warranty. I mean, basically there is a fault with them. So you probably have to buy a brand new one every year, but it could be because this one is like a tank and it will actually climb over things. So, and I think
it can climb over a big lifts on the carpet.
So there's the
what a proper tank does.
There's the brush roll that's lasted a year.
The cap's come off.
Yeah.
You've got a bad cap.
Yeah. So there's the one. So the other thing is, I'm going to go to this bit here now. The issue, one of the issues is, you can see how small the hole is where it sucks. So it's got a very, very small hole. So anything like a penny, say, might block this up.
No.
And then basically what happens, it goes through here.
Yeah.
And where's it go from there? Through there and through that little hole there.
No, let's see, it's actually saying
so,
to the penny.
You know, I know we've said a lot of negatives about it, so it doesn't go in. So
it does go in.
So if you have any
it does go in.
If you have any big bits of paper, same with these screws, look, these screws, if you've got a screw on the floor like that, it flicks it around quite often. Sometimes it will go in.
Suck it.
But overall, it's been a really good vacuum.
Let's just put this back.
You know, that's the only gripe I've got with this. Is
the caps don't come off.
No. So these brush rolls are £37.50 from Dyson.
Go out wrap around there.
Yeah. Yeah. So it just, what's it like? Yes, it's fine.
No.
You want to check that?
No, I have to check these too.
Yeah, you want to check the tracks as well, because basically it's like a tank. This thing, it goes round. It goes over all these lumps and bumps quite easily, doesn't it? And the other thing I would say with it is as well...
Dock's over there, guys.
Yeah. So while Carl's putting that one in, I'm just going to show you a little modification I did to the dock. Now, this dock here was basically on the hard floor, and it used to move, and the robot used to go and move it, and then it was out of the map it made of the room. so it doesn't quite dock, and then it'll just throw wobbly, then it'll just try and dock. So what you want to do, you want to put some Velcro on your skirting board and behind here, and now this thing doesn't move. So that's one thing I would recommend to do.
You probably never should pack in the Dyson now.
Yeah, we'll put the old one back in because we're going to give it a refurbishment. We're not actually going to take the cyclone apart.
That's a brand new one.
But I am actually going to deep clean it. We're actually going to put a brand new brush bar on it and give it a good polish.
Brand new one there.
The other thing that they do recommend to do, and you will need to do this quite often, is that's the camera eye. So you want to wipe this off. You want to dust this, but you don't want to use any say polish or nothing on it. You just want to dust this off.
In the sides, in the bottom.
Because it's a bit like a car windscreen.
Side.
They're infrared on the side there, so you want to wipe them off.
I've got some in the bottoms.
Yeah, these here will need cleaning because that's your charging point, so you want to rub them off.
Oh.
Especially if you've got lino, you might get sticky stuff all over it and
where's the sensors in the bottom?
Right, you got these are infrared on the top.
Yeah.
And then you got a sensor in the bottom, so it's infrared sensor, infrared sensor. This one takes something like, I'm pretty sure it's about 50 frames per second.
Yeah. Are you going to put the battery back in?
Yeah, so we'll put the battery back in. So we've just give it a hard reset now. That's what you want to do. I'll do it every 3 or 4 months. I'll reset it. So on the next video we'll get this one all cleaned up nicely, and then we'll show a few other updates that have happened to this thing since we first had this one about 13 months ago. I've actually used the iPad today opposed to my phone, so the quality may not be as good, but so yeah, so it does need a clean. So while he's up at school tomorrow, I'm actually going to give it a good clean. The sun's out, put it in. I wouldn't recommend to put actually the filters on top of the radiator either. They need to go just above it, hang above them.
That's it.
Have you got the brand new brush bar on, have you?
Yes.
Alright, let's just see if it works then now after taking it apart.
No, we'll have to do it
I may have to go
back on dock.
So this is how so the new brush bar should help the cleaning.
Here it goes.
It does get affected, the runtime gets affected by the thickness and the pile of the carpets. It should work about 40 minutes. Now, so you've got to get out of the way of this thing now, because what happens is, if you're stood in the way, when it goes trying to go back to the dock, it won't do it.
And it takes a minute to get off. Now it goes.
So it is all working, look. So I will give it a deep clean, and the filters are clean.
Here it goes.
So it does. So now it's sounding alright, but when those shrouds get blocked, it does affect it. So what we'll do now, we'll send it back. So what do you say now, Kyle?
Bye for now.
And please subscribe to Battery Man 8, and thank you very much for watching. And bye for now.